Hi, I'm Kat McDivitt. I'm going to teach you how knowing how to say no will create more intimacy in your life. Helping people have more love and intimacy in their lives is what I do. And I'm really excited to share this with you today. If you want to be your true, authentic self, to really let your light shine, you're going to need to get good at rejecting people and opportunities and saying no to situations and conversations. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. For years, I avoided parties and social situations. And I certainly avoided wearing all those fancy, sexy clothes that I really wanted to wear, that really express who I am, because I was afraid of unwanted attention. I choked off my own expression of authenticity and limited my own ability to connect because I was afraid of two things. One, if I got into a conversation with someone, I wouldn't be able to get out of it. I was afraid of being trapped in a conversation. Two, I was afraid of having someone attach themselves to me. As the daughter of a diplomat, I was trained from a very young age to never say no, to always be graceful, but I couldn't find a graceful way to disengage, so I didn't engage at all. While I was doing this, though, I watched other people and how they interacted with people. I asked questions, I read books, and I learned. And what I learned is two things. One, many people share this subtle and little talked about fear, and it holds them back. Two, there are gentle ways to disengage. Learning how to say no, how to reject people, has helped me take the risk and make amazing connections, and to have the time and energy to have short interactions with lots of people at a party or social to find amazing new friends. So here are 3 graceful ways to say no, or to end a conversation. If someone is asking for something directly, there is always the simple, elegant, and truthful, "Thank you for your offer. I'm going to decline, but I appreciate the offer." This can seem abrupt and even scary. Many of us, as children, were not allowed to say no, and if you were said no, you were either punished or ostracized. You don't have to make excuses. You have the right to say no, and it does get easier with practice. There are some variations to this. You can make a counteroffer. "I'm not interested in that right now. How about this?" Some people can't decide in the moment if they're a yes or a no. One way of handling this is to say, "I don't know. Let me get back with you." Some people also have a policy that ambivalence equals no. So unless they really know they're a yes, they say no. The second way is to use body language to create a pause in the conversation. I learned this from a newscaster in Hawaii, that if you stop providing physical cues like nodding and smiling, many times the person you're talking to will stop talking. You can also slightly turn away from your partner or step back. Now make this subtle. Finally, if they don't stop talking, you can stand up straight and raise one hand a few inches so they stop or pause. Then you want to have a well-defined exit strategy or phrase. The classic one is to gently touch their forearm to get their attention or get a break in the conversation and then say something like, "Excuse me, I'm going to go get another drink," or "I'm going to go to the buffet." But the one I like to use the best is to look straight into their eyes, smile, shake their hand, and say, "It's been wonderful talking to you," or "It's been interesting talking to you," making an obvious close to the conversation. Honestly, it can be difficult because we're culturally trained not to say no, and not to do anything that might hurt people's feelings or cause them to get angry. A key element is practice, because when you become a master of getting out of conversations, you'll be much more willing to take the risks and engage with people, feeling confident and secure. So here's a practice. For the next 3 days, take a risk on getting into a situation that you might otherwise avoid. Now, we're not talking huge risks, but a small risk, and practice gracefully getting out of it. The path to an awesome life is paved with going for what you want.